Hey kids, welcome to Take 2! In the last chapter of the book of Joshua, Joshua is, advanced in years, or he's chronologically enhanced, geriatric, seasoned. You know what? He was 110. He was old. Joshua was retiring as leader of his people and called them together for one last lesson on loving and obeying God, and tells us why we should love God more than anyone or anything else. That's our text truth this week. Here's a picture of a guy we're saying is Abraham. Like most of the really important guys in the Bible, he's got a big coat over his robes, nice sandals that cover the toes, and a staff. And Abraham was a really important guy. In his lesson, Joshua reminded the Israelites of all the things God did for them. He chose Abraham to be the father of the Israelite people and led him to the land of Canaan, then gave him children and grandchildren, even though his wife was too old to have kids. God sent Moses and Aaron to rescue their people from slavery in Egypt. God made life miserable for the Egyptians with plagues of frogs and bloody water and painful skin conditions and death, and of course, Moses literally bugging Pharaoh to let his people go, using real bugs. Then later, he did that whole thing with the parting of the Red Sea. He also completely obliterated Jericho's walls. That was awesome. The Israelites won every battle because God was with them. Even when they went up against the armies of the 5 kings in a single battle at Gibeon during the longest day ever, when Joshua asked God to stop the sun and moon, God made it happen. God gave them land they didn't work on, cities they didn't build, and food they didn't make or grow. And all he expected in return was for them to worship only him and get rid of their idols. Joshua said, "Choose today who you will worship. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Everyone agreed to serve the Lord because he is our God. So Joshua made a covenant, a commitment to only follow God, and wrote it in the book of the law of God. It went a little something like our text truth. We should love God more than anyone or anything else. Well, that's all for this week, kids. Bye!